Hey up lads and lasses, Fletch here from Ultimate Halo, and who here is ready to say goodbye to the year 2020? I sure am. I've kind of had enough. There've been brutal negatives for so many people. I'm quite fortunate. I've had a lot of positives. I've had a lot going on at the same time, a lot of negatives, but overall there's a lot to take out from this year. But from a Halo perspective, that is what we are going to cover today. And with another year, it's another year for Halo, and I'm quite optimistic, cautiously as always, but I'm very excited to see what Halo Infinite offers in the new year. Hopefully we'll see the Halo TV show. But this video is going to break down seven of Halo's biggest moments in 2020. Also, we have a special guest. I will show you. You want to see it? You want to see the good stuff? UberNick! Welcome UberNick, he'll do 2 of your picks, so enjoy the video.
Ultimate Halo.
So first of all, on this list we are going to go with a very simple but equally as important choice. Halo the Master Chief Collection has now fully released in 2020 on the PC. Not only has this been a long time coming for the Master Chief Collection, but it's also just been a long time coming in terms of Halo in general, because fans have been wanting Halo to release on this platform for a very long time, as Halo 3 broke the trend of releasing it later on down in the line. Overall, I would say it's been overwhelmingly positive, not just the reception but the releases. Now, of course, Halo 2 did have a very rocky release. Now, I think there's a lot of things that happened at the time. There was a transition into working from home. Maybe they just didn't have that QA, the quality control just ready just yet, but we saw that from future and subsequent releases, things went very smoothly. So overall for Halo fans, this has been a great year for Halo the Master Chief Collection, as well as all the series and the new content that's been coming. You can debate the Halo Online stuff all you want, but there is an overwhelming majority of people out there who are really enjoying having new skins, new armor, and all sorts of new stuff coming to the game. So great job on that 343, and on to the next one. Next up on this list, we have the book Halo Shadows of Reach. Now, I will admit, I haven't read this fully yet. I've just had so much going on the past couple of months that I started it and never got to finish it. But I practically know the majority of things that happen in it now. And Halo the Shadows of Reach, personally, from my own perspective, is a really good book, but I don't feel like it goes anywhere as such. It doesn't really give you a really good insight into what's going to happen in Halo Infinite. Now, we now know that Blue Team have gone to the planet Reach to retrieve some assets for Dr. Halsey. Now, it sounds like a biological asset, and we don't actually find out, as far as I'm aware, at the end of the book. So to me, it sounds like we are going to retrieve another fragment, another matrix of Cortana, because we do know that Dr. Halsey made multiple of these when she was actually developing Cortana in the first place. So hopefully that will be some sort of inkling as to what will happen in terms of Chief's brand new chip that we see in many Halo Infinite trailers. Time will tell, but overall, Shadows of Reach seemed to be universally enjoyed by fans and was a real high point for the franchise. Also guys, just wanted to leave a link in the description for my Twitter. I've been giving away these renders of the new Halo Infinite Master Chief armor. It's been ripped out of Fortnite, and you can find my friend Adoraburb on Twitter, who also hooked me up with this model, and it is amazing. So if you want free renders just to mess around with Photoshop, or just do what you want with, I've made them for free. Just go follow me on Twitter and it's yours. Okay, let's talk about the Halo Infinite gameplay reveal. Now, I've intentionally not named this video the Halo's greatest moments in 2020 because it's not going to just cover that, and you'll see why soon enough anyway. But the Halo Infinite gameplay reveal, for me, I was so hyped going into this thing, and on a technical level, which 343 have acknowledged, it wasn't quite up to the standard that they were hoping to reach. We saw a product that was full of promise, but perhaps not enough polish. There were a lot of P's in that. I love the idea of fighting against Escharum and the Banished. Whilst I do prefer the Halo Wars 2 aesthetic, I think they are looking great. I love the look of the Covenant, and overall I do like the designs of most things, with the exception of perhaps all the hexagonal pillars that are going through the environment. I think they went a little bit too overboard on these. And on a gameplay perspective, I think it looks fun as hell, and I cannot wait to get my hands on that goddamn grappling hook. It looks fun, it looks silly, and just grabbing and throwing fusion calls at your friends will be an absurd amount of fun when you're playing on Halo custom games. However, upon reflection, I do want to know if you guys have changed your thoughts about the gameplay reveal. What are your opinions? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, you didn't think I was going to make a biggest moments of 2020 video without hitting the elephant in the room. Or maybe not hitting it, but talking about it. Hitting it would be quite cruel, actually. But Halo Infinite's delay. Now, after the response that fans had to the gameplay reveal, it became clear that there was getting some divide in the community and that 343 really needed to assess where they were going with this game. Now, towards the end of the year, we did get an update covering all sorts of things, covering things such as multiplayer armor, some of the changes they've made since the gameplay E3 reveal, and I thought it was promising stuff. Whilst I'm really disappointed with the game being delayed, and I was hoping it would be at least till spring, I am extremely pleased that this game will get the polish that it deserves. And after the release of Cyberpunk 2077, which I was very suspicious about for a very long time, it's clear to see now that polish is absolutely crucial, because that game does not not play well on older generation consoles. So Halo Infinite Fall 2021, it's going to be huge and the build up is going to be extremely exciting. So we'll see where that one goes.
Hey everyone, it is your boy UberNick. I'll be taking over from Fletch for the next 2 points in this list. So next up, we have Master Chief's appearance in Fortnite, and I know that even saying that still is kind of crazy. I still can't believe that is actually real. Whenever I first heard the rumors about Master Chief having a skin in Fortnite, I thought there was no way this could be real, but here we are. 2020 is just a wild year. But in my opinion, Master Chief having a skin in Fortnite is nothing but a positive. Obviously, some people feel a certain type of way about Fortnite, but I think having Chief in probably the biggest game of all time is nothing but a positive for the Halo community. As we get closer to Infinite releasing, we're gonna want as many people to be like, hey, Master Chief, Halo, I want to check that out, I want to play this game, and having Master Chief kind of thrown in front of that many people is just great and nothing but a very, very good thing. And I actually jumped back on Fortnite just to try it out for myself, and I had a little bit of fun, mostly because I got to play as Master Chief, but he just makes everything better. So after that, we have the Halo Xbox 360 services being taken down. So unfortunately, not that long ago, we received the news that December 2021 is going to be the last time that you can play the OG Halo titles on the Xbox 360. In multiplayer only, all the other services will stay up, so you can still play campaign, but when it comes to multiplayer, that will be shut down forever. So not gonna lie, even though I don't play these games on the Xbox 360 anymore, I couldn't help but feel a little bit sad for whatever reason. I feel like all the old memories, all the nostalgia that I felt from playing these games back in the day just kind of washed back over me. So even though the idea of never being able to play OG Halo 3 on the Xbox 360 does make me a little bit upset, at the very least, we do have the Master Chief Collection. In my opinion, the MCC is kind of like the premium edition of all the Halo games. Of course, there are some bugs here and there, but those will be ironed out eventually, I hope. So you already know, when it comes to December 2021, I will be on Halo 3 on the Xbox 360, sending it off how it's meant to be, playing BTB with the boys. I just cannot believe that those days are going to be gone.
And finally, the icing on the cake, the cherry on top, Chris Lee, the studio head for FPS at 343 Industries, did leave the project, and Joe Staton is now taking the helm. Now, for those of you who've lived under the rock for the past 19, nearly 20 years, Joe Staton has been practically in charge of a lot of the narrative in Halo games and some books, so he's very well versed. He's a Bungie veteran. This guy knows what he's talking about when it comes to Halo. Now, what impact he can have in this very short term and just seeing the project out until release is unknown at this point. I doubt they'll make any massive, drastic creative changes. It will all be a lot of polish now, but going forward in the long-term strategy for Halo Infinite, he could be a crucial role, especially when maintaining stories going forward. So we will see what happens. I'm very excited for this one, but and I know a lot of people are cautious just because a lot of people have left in this year, but I think this is, it's not necessarily a positive or a negative, it is what you will interpret it as. I'm happy because I really like Joe Staton, but I'm also sad because Chris Lee is a great guy. You know, I do really like Chris, and if you get the chance to speak to him, he's very passionate about what he does. So let me know all of your thoughts in 2020. Was it a great year for Halo? Was it a poor year? I understand people will have very mixed opinions, but let me know in the comments. Once again, my name is Fletch. Thank you so much to UberNick for featuring in this video, and we will see you next year on the one and the only Ultimate Halo.
Subscribe now to Ultimate Halo. more unfriggin' believable Halo content.